Before getting yourself into far distance relationships, there should be a better understanding of it. Not a lot of people are okay with far distance relationships. Far distance is not easy at all. It takes a lot of understanding, patience, and trust to make it work. Until both people are ready to move in together. Remember, relationships are not easy either way, living together or not. One of the hardest things about far distance relationships is not able to be with each other. Both have different work schedules or time zones. Trust plays a major part in far distance relationships. One does not know who the partner is calling from or where they are, or if they are talking to others that can cause infidelity. Far distance at first is like a honeymoon phase. We tend to think nonstop about the person from afar that can be the love of our life out of all the places in the world. Like nobody can make us feel like the other does. Then we tend to overthink and begin to have trust issues with the other, just assuming and accusing what they may be doing. Immediate response is what is wished in far distance, so that we can measure how important we are to them. Booking flights, hotels, planning time together is exciting. If serious to keep the long distance going until ready to move in together, go for it. Here's the kicker though. It can even be harder while living together, having to put up with each other's ways and habits, even personality. This is the opportunity to get to know each other's true colors. Those who live together didn't have to start from far distance, still can shout at each other. Let me repeat that. Those who live together didn't have to start from far distance, can still shout at each other. That just shows how distant the two are from each other when just shouting at each other face to face. Just shows how apart you two are in a home together. Far distance is not for everyone, but it definitely has its perks. If you yearn to have your own space, you don't need to rush to move in together anytime sooner. Have a better understanding with the consequences of far distance relationships, then go for it. There are those who live together and get sick and tired of each other already and just be in separate rooms, or one chooses to head out throughout the whole day. There are couples who don't prefer to have the same days off because they prefer their own time for themselves and to reset. I get it. It can be stressful if having to entertain the other when you don't feel like doing anything during your free time. Those who put effort and time into far distance and wanting to live together and start their future can be easier to think, but two people need not to forget that they first need to build together in person, handling each other's ways and improving others' areas into the relationship. I have personally been in a far distance relationship before, back in the MySpace and flip phone Motorola days. It was fun, but always very stressful. But there was always a burning desire to see each other and thinking it must be wonderful and better to live together. Not exactly, but it did teach me how we both fell apart from each other ever since living together. This is why I share about my thoughts of far distance relationships.